Hello, it's Lix and welcome back to another video. So for today's video, I was going to attempt a 1-hour digital drawing challenge, but as you guys can tell by the title of this video, it is not what it says. So I actually did fail the challenge in going over time, and I decided to still post this video because I thought it was a neat drawing process. So yeah, I just have a digital speed paint for you guys. And also because of the challenge, I decided to record my entire computer screen so you guys could see my computer's time. But obviously that is kind of pointless now, but I think it's just cool to see like the time tick by. I don't know. But anyways, about the sketch that I'm drawing right now, my initial thought process was to draw like a clumsy kind of girl going like, oops, I did something wrong, or like, wow, I'm so dumb, or not like that, but you know. Yeah, in like a cute fashion. So that's what I kind of went for, and drawing that arm and positioning that arm was really hard for me because I usually don't do any kind of like interesting poses at all, and I couldn't look up a reference because I didn't really have time to, since it was a 1-hour drawing challenge in the beginning. So yeah, I'm just like trying to figure out the anatomy and also like just drawing her outfit and stuff like that. But now that I've had time to think about this challenge and reflect a bit on my time management, I think the number one mistake that I made was deciding to line art this drawing. And that is because when I line art my drawings digitally, it usually takes half the entire drawing time to do it. Because line arting is such a pain and I'm really bad at it, I usually have to go over my strokes multiple times just to get the right one. So having that in mind, I probably could have just colored my sketch and then used a messy one-layer painting style over it, but then at the same time, I really wanted to have like a crisp, clean, cel-shaded outcome, so that is why I did line art and failed my challenge. Now, I'm not saying that you can't paint and also have a really nice and neat outcome, but it's just so much harder in my opinion because your line art / sketch is merged with your colors when you're painting. So in order to have that nice and crisp, clean line, you have to draw over it, which just takes like way more time. And personally, I actually prefer not doing line art and just straight on painting my drawings because it's just so tedious. And while cel shading is great and looks clean and crisp, I think that painterly style is what ultimately gives more depth to your drawings. Okay, so since we're on the coloring part now, I'm gonna explain a bit about my digital process and just my cel shading process in particular. And this method can basically be applied to all parts of the drawings, including skin, hair, eyes, maybe not eyes, but definitely clothes. So the method that I use when I color digitally for a more cel-shaded style is first I create a base color for whatever area I am going to be shading. Then I check the box that says preserve opacity, which basically locks the layer so I can't color outside of it. And then I create a gradient on the same layers, or it can be a different layer. It really depends on your personal preference, but I just make sure that I have a gradient so there's more color variety when I actually add in the shadows. And after your gradient is created, it's just a matter of knowing how form works and where the shadows would fall. And also, a crucial part of cel shading is knowing where your light source is, so you don't place your shadows randomly or in the wrong spots. And I actually have a little color tip for when you're shading parts of the drawings that aren't skin. So for example, I'm coloring her hair right now, and actually when I airbrush the gradient on, I use a bit of her skin color on her bangs, so like parts of the hair that is near her skin. And that makes like a really nice gradient and adds other colors that you normally wouldn't incorporate into a blue hair color. And to be honest, I think the best tip I can give to anyone who is just starting to master the basics of digital media is to experiment, and just mess around with the tools and the settings and also the colors, because you never know when you can find a style that suits you. For example, I'm coloring the skirt right now and I'm actually having a lot of trouble because I don't know how I want to color it, so I'm actually just experimenting and messing around until I found like a right way to color it that I actually really like. And for those who are using Tool SAI, I think a really helpful feature of the program is that you can adjust the hue and also the contrast and brightness of any part of the drawings that is on a separate layer or selected. But yeah, and recently I actually bought my own copy of Clip Studio Paint, but I have no idea how that program works yet, so once I've learned more about it, I'll be sure to make some speed paints using that program. And also recently, I've noticed that I've been enjoying drawing digitally more so than traditionally by a lot. But I've noticed that on my channel, usually the digital speed paints get a lot less views, but I've decided that I want to do this channel for my own satisfaction and not because I want to get more views. So if you guys see a lot more digital speed paints to come, that is probably why. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye bye!